Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Hardcore and our self-made druid. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today, we've got an Eastern Kingdoms special. We spent a couple hours in Ashenvale a few episodes ago, and I'm thinking we're looking to do something similar here in Duskwood. We've got a simple agenda, just some good old general questing. I hope you enjoy the spooky ambiance as we traverse this undead landscape. Let's get started by picking up some quests in Darkshire, and then we'll head out and get to work. I think we're just going to go ahead and pick up everything that we can.
Have a good one.
There ends up being something that we don't want to perform until a later date, and we'll just get rid of it later.
Need help?
Dextrum Ward, I think this one is a group quest, if I'm not mistaken.
Go with honor.
I can accept it for now. Let's see if it displays that way in our quest log. No, okay, it's a dungeon quest. Suppose that's the same thing.
Well met. For the Alliance.
So I think the name of the game today is going to be Worgen and Undead at Ravenhill Cemetery.
Greetings. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
I think that's everything that we can pick up for now. Let's go ahead and check the engineering supplies vendor one more time. We're still searching for that bronze tube.
Interesting.
And still no luck yet. Alright, so what do we want to do first? I suppose we'll start collecting our vials of spider venom, as well as our skeleton fingers. We'll move into the Worgen to the south, and then we'll head over to Ravenhill Cemetery from there. Got a couple quests to turn in with Jitters and Abercrombie, and then some follow-ups I'm sure to follow. So let's head south, somewhat back towards the Tranquil Gardens, which we were there for a little bit. Quite a while ago, actually. Let's make sure we actually get our food buff up. And we just picked up some spider silk. I think we're going to want to hold on to that. It's pretty rare. And it can be used in some recipes. I feel like more typically for tailoring recipes, but I'm sure there's a couple of leatherworking recipes that might need this as well. Just got hit with a disease. Some nature damage every 10 seconds. That's going to mess up our stealth a little bit. And then physical damage taken increased. Hopefully we don't have to work on the spiders for too long. Although I'm sure the ghouls that we're going to run into at the cemetery are going to give us something unpleasant. Looks like there could be more spiders this way up the hill. It's a tough to reach spot. I don't know if I've ever been back there before. There are other areas where we can kill spiders, so I'm not too concerned. Since I haven't been up here, I think it'd be cool to check it out. Interesting little area up here. There's actually a cave as well. I wonder if there's like some sort of rare spawn in there. Or if not a rare spawn, maybe a chest. I don't think there's any other reason to come up here besides this quest if you choose to do so. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting within the cave. No, but if we hover over the dot here, there is an NPC named Narcissus that could spawn. So yeah, this is definitely the home of a rare spawn spider. Interesting. It's pretty cool. I believe we need one more of these spider venom vials. And we can move on to the skeletons. Perfect. And we're basically already here, where we need to be. Got a bunch of skeletal horrors to kill. Let's get to work. And that's right, we have to remember that we cannot make these guys bleed. I wonder if that's the same for the ghouls as well, and other undead minions. Can the ghouls bleed? I'm pretty sure they can. It is a shame that we're going to miss out on a bunch of extra damage from Rake and Rip. Basically wasting all of our combo points. But at least they go down pretty quickly. And I don't think that's just the level difference either. I think skeletons in general tend to do a little bit more damage maybe. But much weaker defensively. I suppose we should be utilizing Tiger's Fury as well. Might as well get in a little bit of extra damage since we can't use Rake. Doesn't increase our damage too much, but every little bit counts when you can't use your finishers. Oh wow, another player. It is a surprising turn of events. How many players are in Duskwood today? Wow, quite a lot. 10 people within our level range. The back half of our level 20s. That's actually pretty impressive for a Defias Pillager at this moment in time. We'll try to scout out a couple more skeletal horrors. If we can't find any more, we'll head down to the Tranquil Gardens. I'm getting pretty close to our kill count, but not very close to our skeleton fingers. Luckily, I think we can just move on to Ravenhill Cemetery from here, even if we don't have all of our fingers yet. There's going to be more skeletons over that way, so I don't have to worry about collecting everything right this second. Although I suppose these skeletons are going to be a bit lower level, maybe easier and faster to kill. So I guess we should consider that. There's enough players around that we're actually getting some hyper spawns. Have to make sure we're a little extra careful today, especially while we're in the cemetery. Tranquil Gardens aren't as big of a deal. But Raven Hill, that's a little bit of a different story. At the same time, you don't want to face gray enemies like this skeletal warrior. Maybe the Tranquil Gardens aren't going to be so good after all for us. A little bit too low. Let's see if we can find... we'll stick with the horrors for now. Still need to take on one more anyway. But if we run out, we'll move on to the Worgen next. The Worgen will also end up being our skinning session for today as well. I think the Worgen down south are going to be pretty close to level... probably pretty close to the level we're at right now, level 28. So we might actually pick up some heavy leather today. And if we're really lucky, we'll pick up some heavy hides, which we very much need for our barbaric leggings and bracers. Alright, let's get some buffs back up. We're actually not going to have enough buff food, I think, to make us through this extended journey. Gonna have to remember to pick up some more food from the bank. Haven't thought about where we're gonna head after this. I think we've got a couple of options, but the wetlands probably makes the most sense for what we're currently trying to do. We could try to take on some green quests in the Red Ridge Mountains as well. We've kind of neglected that zone, basically completely ignored it for a long time now. Might be time to return. I think we've put in enough work here. We can collect our last 3 skeletal fingers over at Raven Hill. Starting to get tired of not being able to use my bleeds anyway. So let's head south. Well, I suppose a little bit more west. And we'll take on the Worgen. Now, Worgen are a little tricky. They're particularly dangerous at this level. Some of them are stealthed. Many of them can be grouped together, and they are often faster than the player. They might be even faster than us in cat form. So getting away can be a little bit tough. They do tend to apply curses over magic and diseases, which is good news, I suppose, since we can actually remove curses ourselves. But yeah, they tend to do a lot of damage as well, so we're entering the Rotting Orchard now. Got a perfect candidate here to test out how well we're going to handle this. This one's level 26, which is a good number. Hopefully the rest of them are like that. I would be okay with 26. I feel like we handled that one quite well. It looks like it doesn't have any additional abilities, at least the regular Nightbane Worgen. I'm sure there are additional varieties deeper within the orchard. We're going to have to pay attention to each type. It is important to note that they do not run away when they get to low health, so that's good. And it looks like they don't call for help either. I hope that stays the case. Here we go, Nightbane Shadow Weaver. Now we've got Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Bolt. Interesting. Let's see what those look like on us. We can't get rid of magic, so we're gonna just have to deal with the dot if it comes up. Hopefully we can remain within the bulk of the orchard and avoid these very tightly knit packs. Could have sworn I heard a stealthed person around, whether it's a player or an enemy. Just make sure we're being careful. So now we've got Nightbane Dark Runners. They don't have any additional abilities, but they are level 29. That's a little rough. They, as their name would imply, I'm assuming the runner in their name means that they can run really freaking fast and basically track us down, no matter how fast we run. There we go, some heavy leather. Cool. So I don't think we technically need Dark Runners. I think we just need the Shadow Weavers at this point. So let's keep our eye out for those specifically. They're all kind of scattered about, some of which are hiding behind additional Worgen, which doesn't make things easy for us. Get rid of this Dark Runner. He is definitely in the way. know if I want to try to pull this Shadow Weaver away. He's a little bit further away from the pack now, so let's see if this will work. Alright, very good. I think this should be the last one we need. Looks like our map is all cleared out. I forgot we can get Ghoulfangs to the north of Darkshire. That's actually probably an easier location than Raven Hill, but that's okay. We can still do it. Alright, let's stealth out of here. Let's make sure we get our skin first. Then we'll get back to the main road. I didn't realize some of these Dark Runners actually have a backstab. That's actually extra scary. So they can run faster so they can chase you down. And if you've got your back turned to them, they're going to absolutely demolish you. Yeah, it looks like no additional quests to pick up or complete along the way. Would have been nice if we can pop into Stranglethorn just so we can pick up a flight path to the refugee camp in the north. Fortunately, that flight path does not exist in Classic. I'm not particularly in favor of adding flight paths once, if and when the Classic Plus becomes a thing. But that would be one flight path I would be okay with them adding in, because I do think it makes sense. Having to run from Booty Bay or Darkshire to get anywhere in Stranglethorn is just a real pain. Almost here. We are approaching the Ravenhill Cemetery. Let's speak with Jitters first.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Return to Sven with Jitters' completed journal.
See you later.
Okay, he's pretty close by anyway, so I suppose we could do that pretty soon. Suppose we're not in any rush either way. Alright, so I believe how the cemetery is split up. We've got skeletons to the south and ghouls to the north, with higher level stuff you know, as you progress further and further north. So let's start with those skeletons again. Received a fortitude buff, 26 stamina. Let's use that wisely. It's actually really cool. It means we don't have to use our buff food at the moment. I feel like I'm okay with taking buffs as long as we're not asking for them. Especially during a time like this when, in theory, it should be very quiet on the server, while there are other things happening in the classic universe. So we do need to kill plenty of skeleton fiends. I've seen a lot of horrors, even in this area of the map. I wonder if we'll see more of the fiends on the other side of the cemetery. Might want to go check. Although we did see a couple of players head that way. Just picked up another staff of horrors. I will continue to pick these up. That's fantastic. 27 silver. Here's another fiend. There's a lot more skeletons on this side. Much more of the ones that we actually need. And there's our last skeletal figure. Now we just need to kill 12 more of these fiends to accommodate a different quest. It's actually a really good thing that we have this fortitude buff now, because these guys hit really freaking hard because of their ability. Fiend Fury. So they have an effect that increases their physical damage by a ton for a brief period of time, but it also increases their time between attacks by a lot as well. So it kind of balances out, but if they get any crits, kind of spells bad news for a player like us who is not utilizing all of their gearing slots. So the fortitude buff helps out a lot here. Gives us a bit of a cushion. So we don't need these horrors, and let's avoid the grave robbers as well. Hopefully the horrors and the fiends don't share spawn locations. That way we can continue to avoid the skeletal variety that we don't need. We'll see how the respawns look. It might be a good explanation for why we were seeing more horrors than fiends on the other side of the graveyard. Oof. Man, you hate to see rings like that drop and you can't even use it. Prairie Ring of the Monkey, 3 agility, 3 stam. That would sell for a lot in the auction house if we were able to use it. But, oh well. Let's see, we only need a few more, I think. We need 3 more fiends. Just seeing horrors over here at the moment. So let's pop out of stealth. We'll head a little bit further south again. Heading back to the other side now. Doesn't look like everything has respawned just yet. Still just seeing all the horrors that we kept alive. Some more spider silk, that's nice. Come on, where are those skeletal fiends? There's one right there. I got another one right there. That should do it. Let's get this last one down. Wow, scroll of agility too. Alright, now we head north. Gonna deal with some ghouls now. I suppose we should talk to Abercrombie first, just in case he has a follow-up that involves killing some more undead within the cemetery. Let's pop out of the fence here and we'll go speak with him first.
Hello. Safe travels.
Speak with Tavern Keep Smiths.
See you
We're
around.
back in Darkshire. Alright. We'll go do that in a bit. And I think it is ghoul time. Now the quest for this is 25 because I bet if we take on the ghouls to the north of Darkshire, that it's going to be a lot easier of a time. Well, no, this one's 25 as well. So maybe it's not going to be too bad. And thank goodness we can use our bleeds again. I am expecting some of these ghouls to have some diseases, though, that we won't be able to remove. Oh, that's right. Some of these guys that summon like little worms. Yeah, maybe seeing a little bit of bear form action here. Just because we have swipe, and that would easily be able to remove them after each of these ghouls goes down. Let's try to avoid the plague spreaders, though, if we can. Looks like those are the ones that have the diseases. Yeah, the wandering plague. It would affect us for 5 minutes, increasing physical damage taken, reducing our stamina, and a 10% chance of spreading it to other players. It says other allies. I don't know if that's going to mean other players in the overworld, or if that would only include other players that are in your party. In either case, we wouldn't want to ruin somebody else's time either way. There's our first ghoul fang. Looks like we're going to run out of ghouls pretty quickly if these guys are going to stick around. Really don't want to take any of those plague spreaders on. I'm also not certain how many ghouls we're actually going to find to the north of Darkshire. We might not have too many to kill before we'll have to wait for respawns. Let's check over by the Forlorn Row, excuse me. Yeah, more plague spreaders. Some higher level stuff. I would say we can go into the crypt, but that's probably a really bad idea. So let's not do that. We're going to take on any plague spreaders, it's going to be outside. This is a different one. Bone Chewer. Pierce armor. That's always not fun. Let's back up a little bit here. At least the respawn rates are good with the other players around. Alright, well, we are running out of stuff to kill now. Here's some commotion down below in the catacombs. How confident are we to head down there, take on a few? Probably not worth it. There you go, there's that disease. It's a good thing again that we have that fortitude buff for another 10 minutes. there's that piercing armor ability. Reduces it by 50%, which is a little less terrible than I think some of the other enemies we faced with the that have had like a similar ability. Still pretty freaking terrible though. Don't want to be fighting anything while that's up. We're 8 out of 10 ghoul fangs. Sorry I haven't provided an update in quite a while. Making decent progress over the last several minutes. Looks like we're starting to get some quicker and quicker respawns as well. Which in this case is okay, as long as those two players stick around for a little bit longer. While we look for our last ghoul fang. Oh, cool. Somebody actually took that disease off of us. And we got a renewed fort buff. Awesome. We were able to give somebody a Mark of the Wild at the same time. So hopefully that helps them as well. Really looking forward to another rank of this, by the way. Our Mark of the Wild is getting a little bit outdated. +4 attributes doesn't look nearly as good when you consider, you know, stuff like Fortitude giving out 26 at this level. I suppose we're giving out armor as well, though. And most classes can benefit from all of the attributes for the most part anyway. Besides like maybe like warriors and rogues not benefiting much from intellect. There we go, that is our last ghoul fang. So let us speak with Sven Jorgen. We'll grab that quest, we'll see where that takes us. Hopefully nowhere too crazy. And I was considering working through the Legend of Stalvin quest. That would kind of take us all over the place. I haven't decided yet if I want to go through with that. That quest has a lot of back and forth. A lot of travel time, not a lot of killing. Killing in Classic WoW equals experience. Running around does not. Suppose we're not in any major rush though, so I don't know, it could be worth it. I don't know what the final rewards are for that quest. I don't remember. Not that we could use it anyway if it's a piece of gear or something like that. Alright, we're over at the cross between the hushed and darkened banks. Let's turn in this quest with Sven.
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
Kill 15 skeletal raiders, healers, and warders. Okay. Most of those can be found on the outside, so maybe we can do this quest. It is a little bit high, but I think we can handle it. The warders might be the hardest to find, but we also don't need to kill too many of them. I feel like the warders we might have to actually go into the catacombs to find, but we'll see. We're back at the Forlorn Row. Let's reload real quick. And we do have to keep our eyes out for, what's his name? Morladim. He will be traversing these parts, and the thick purple fog is not helping anything. This place is cursed in more ways than one. These skeletal raiders are going to act as super skeletons. Oh, they have slowing poison. That's fantastic. Great. Well, it is a poison, so I suppose we could get rid of it. Not being able to make these guys bleed, and we have to kill the most of them out of our objectives is a little bit of a pain. Well, let's see if we can get through it. This is one where we have to be extra careful with. I felt pretty confident with everything else up until this point. Now things are going to start to get serious. Make sure no matter where we are, we gotta pull these guys away from us. Man, Abolish Poison is so good for this. Allowing us to get rid of multiple instances of it. They seem to be coming up pretty quickly. I'm going to start using our Goblin Deviled Clams here. Extra 6 stam and 6 spirit wasn't necessary for the lower level undead, but stuff that's around our level, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buff up as much as we can. So we can go into that crypt too to take out some more raiders. I don't know if I've actually been inside there before. I don't think I've ever had to go in there for any reason. But maybe we can find more stuff over there. Ugh, dealing with these healers is going to be another pain. We're gonna have to do a lot more healing in between fights. A little bit more drinking, maybe. Thank God this one went over the fence and not all the way around to pull other stuff. Just need one more healer. Just take care of that now. Pretty sure the wards are also skeletons, so just another enemy that we can't use most of our abilities against. Glad we have stealth so that we can kind of look at some of these areas. Dawningwood Catacombs. Is this the same catacombs as the other side? Does this lead to the other one? We can go downside and scout it out real quick after this guy. Oh, there's Morladim. No, thank you, sir. Please do not come anywhere near me. Glad that we saw him at least. Here's a warder, okay. Let's let him come up the stairs. He's probably gonna see us. Oh, he's got something. Flame Ward? Frost Ward? I mean, those won't affect us at least. I thought that was gonna be something else, like a enrage effect. Well, let's head down the stairs carefully. There's another warder. There's two warders, okay. Easier than I thought, but I was right. They only exist within the catacombs. These places are really creepy. They could have made an entire... Like, that's actually a good thing that I thought of that. I was thinking about the other day of what kind of, like, new Alliance-specific dungeons that Blizzard could add into the game. Because I was thinking about how the Horde have a really easy time getting to their dungeons, especially early on. They have a way easier time getting to the Scarlet Monastery, to Razorfang Crawl and Downs. They have an easier time getting to Wailing Caverns. They just have an easier time getting to a lot of places, whereas the Alliance have to kind of go really far out of the way if they want to take on dungeons from 1 to 30 in particular. So I was thinking about this the other day, like what kind of I would rather them not like create arbitrary flight paths. Oh, looks like we picked up another raider here. It should be okay. I'd rather them not create like arbitrary flight paths or something, or like stations that Alliance can more easily access those dungeons. I'd rather them just add new ones that like Horde could potentially access as well, but it would be like a similar situation where it would be, it's kind of like the dead mines. Like Horde can do dead mines, it's just they have to go really far out of their way to do it, just like the Alliance do with like Scarlet Monastery. This place, the Dawningwood Catacombs, like Dawningwood Catacombs could actually be a pretty neat dungeon spot, I think. You'd have to expand it a little bit further. But I don't see why you couldn't do it. I think it would be a really, really cool idea to convert this place into some sort of dungeon. Duskwood needs a dungeon. It's one of the most popular zones for any classic player, especially on the Alliance side. So why not give it a little bit more love? Give it something else to do. To that end, you could also put like a dungeon in the wetlands, I think. I think that would also make a lot of sense. It's a place where Alliance could easily get to it, but Horde would have to really put in the miles to access it. Alright, well, we got what we really needed here. We got the healers, we got the warders. We could find the rest of the raiders on the outside of the catacombs. I've had enough of this place. I don't want to get caught off guard with a ward. The one that's been patrolling up and down the stairs, I don't want him to catch us while we're down there. Let's grab this one and pull him back a little bit. We only need 4 more of these raiders, including this one. So, overall, pretty successful. I think we handled that fairly well. We did grab a second enemy at one point. But a second enemy at the same level as us is typically going to be okay, as long as we're like full on mana and stuff like that. Hopefully at level 40 it'll be even better when we pick up Dire Bear form. Then we'll feel even safer. Be another security blanket upgrade. See some raiders over here. Let's just be careful of Morla Dim. Yep, of course, and he's right there. Hello there, sir. I do not want to even know what your aggro radius is, even in stealth. Not interested. We'll watch him for a couple more seconds while I make our way over to this raider. Getting some hyper spawns here. Just killed these guys not long ago. One of them actually comes up this way. Does he go into the catacombs? That would be interesting. I don't think he does. I think he's turning north. Let's give him a few more seconds. Got our last 3 raiders right here. Cool. Getting the heart pumping a little bit today. Looks like we have another player here to comfort us a little bit more. Let's get our food buff back up. And we'll get our mana back. We need... No, I think we're done, actually. Yeah, let's head back to Sven Jorgen. That's awesome. I think we're making pretty incredible time. Based on the quests that we're doing. Normally the stuff at Raven Hill takes quite a bit of effort to get through.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Let's see, give Jitter's completed journal to Bishop Farthing and Stormwind. Okay. I wonder if that's where it's going to end. But that is something we can complete in this episode, I think. We'll see what the follow-ups are. I imagine they're going to be maybe stuff that we could do, but stuff that we could definitely wait on. I don't think I'm in any rush to complete any other quests that are around our level at this point. There are still some green quests that we can take care of. Especially in Redridge. And definitely in Wetlands too. So we'll take care of those first, and by the time that we do, we should be level 30. Definitely going to be level 29 in this episode. Cut through here real quick for just a second. And we'll head back to the main path in a second. And just take a nice victory lap back to Darkshire. Alright, just wanted to grab a quick thumbnail there. Quick pause. Let's get out of here. Don't know if we're going to return. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we really need to do here. I mean, I know Abercrombie has like a couple of things that we can do with him, but I don't know if any of those are directly related to the cemetery itself. Definitely do not want to go back into the catacombs. Something I'm probably going to avoid. Alright, let's enjoy our run back to Darkshire. And be sure to remain vigilant for threats such as Stitches. I always got to remember, I continue to stealth every time I go into Darkshire in any building whatsoever. Just because you never know. back into Darkshire now. Love how quick our travel speed is. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's go into stealth for a moment. Just poke around. I think we should be in the clear. Let's check the engineering and mining supplies vendor again.
Pleased to meet you.
Always the copper tube. Oh man. It's like the bronze tube, it doesn't exist. Let's go ahead and vendor some stuff real quick before we turn these in. We actually made quite a lot of gold in today's episode, if nothing else. A lot of high quality greens to vendor. I don't think we care about crispy spider meat. I know I just sold that. The gooey spider legs could still give us some points, but I think that's about it. I'm not too worried about it. But came up with a lot of wool cloth too, which is also really good. So I think we'll work on first aid as well. We'll take care of this in Stormwind.
Greetings. Be careful.
So quest to kill Nightbane Dark Runners.
Light bless you.
That's also down south. Yep, it's basically in the exact same spot we were just at. We can do that. It's not really a big deal. At the same time, we could always come back too. I don't think we're in a super rush for that one.
You need something? Safe travels.
Held in offhand. When struck in combat has 1% chance of inflicting like 100 shadow damage. That seems pretty bad. Not that we could use it anyway, but I don't think I would use it even if I could.
Hey there. See you around.
Wants you to kill 20 plague spreaders. Yep, so we'll do that at some point. I think. I mean,
Safe travels.
I don't know how much that's going to be worth, but we'll pick up the quest for now. We'll move it from our quest log if we run out of space for other stuff. And with that, we did hit level 29, which means we can stick our final point into predatory strikes. It's a little bit of a pain that we can't see the difference on our character pane. I think the additional attack power that this talent adds is kind of like hidden. But hopefully it's doing something good.
Can I help you? See you around.
Gather 8 rot blossoms. Also can be grabbed at Ravenhill. Okay, so we have a full round of quests here, so I'm no longer going to hold on to these. I think we can actually just drop them for now. As it turns out, we have more to do at Ravenhill Cemetery than I would have anticipated. Which is totally fine. I just wasn't expecting it.
Good day to you.
Let's see, you don't have anything, do you? Nope. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and pick that up another time. It's good to know at least that we have some more to look forward to in this zone. So I do really like this place a lot. Alright, from here I think we're going to take a flight to Stormwind.
Can I help you?
Let's get out of this dreariness. back into some comfortable territory. And once we do get there, I don't know if we have enough leather to do anything. No, I don't think so. But we do have the cloth. So let's see if that's enough cloth to get us to 150. We can then pick up silk bandages from our first aid trainer. We can still utilize these heavy wool bandages. They're still going to be pretty good for where our HP levels are at. But it's nice that we can start converting our silk into something useful. And then we'll drop this spider silk off as well at the bank. And the heavy leather too. We're not going to need that. Not quite yet. And then we have a quest to turn in. Not sure we have any quests to pick up. There's definitely a lot of them that are just kind of scattered about. Oh yeah, we can check for a bronze tube here as well, I suppose. I suppose that'll work. Alright, let's go to the bank real quick first.
King's honor, friend.
I'm glad we were able to clear out some of the space here in the bank. I can't keep forgetting about this magic dust. This stuff might actually save our life one day. Once you've gone like long enough without using like an ability like magic dust or like an item, even like entangling roots we've just like never had to use, you just kind of start to forget that it's there. Hibernate is another perfect example where like this could get us out of some really bad situations, or it could help us stealth past certain stuff, or it could help us, pull an enemy while sleeping another. We got to remember that these tools are available to us. Let's see, while we're here, we're going to pick up some more food. Let's grab the lean venison. And throw that onto our bars. I think that should be it. Can't imagine that we're going to see any more light leather. I keep saying that, and we keep running into more somehow. I feel like we're going to run into some more if we end up going back to like Red Ridge or something. But I'll just vendor this this last piece for now. How many people are in Stormwind today on Defias Pillager? 7, at least in our level range. What about total? Oh, there's 50. That's pretty cool.
Greetings.
Alright, what's next? What makes the most sense? I suppose Cathedral Square. That is where the first aid trainer is, along with our quest turn in.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Go to Menethil Harbor and speak with Glorn Steelbrow. Well, that's perfect,
See you around.
because that's exactly where we're going to head next anyway, probably. We've got the Hearthstone for it. First aid trainer, I think, is over here. Let's go ahead and open that up and see how many heavy wool bandages we can make. We can make a stack, and we're definitely going to sell that stack. We should be able to make a decent amount of silver off of what we have. We should hit 150 as well. I don't want to jinx us quite yet, but I would hope that we can get our last 5 points with these 12. I was looking kind of dicey there for a second. Oh, come on. Oh, please. Oh my god, we only have one more. And we didn't get it. Oh man. Oh man, that's stink. Oh, we have a chance. We can make one wool bandage. Nope, the green recipe does not come through. Wow. Oh well, we're not in like a major rush. We're actually going to utilize these wool bandages anyway, so. Man, our inventory has not looked this clean in a long time. This is fantastic. We're going to head over to the Dwarven District now and go ahead and check that engineering supplies vendor.
Would you like to purchase something?
Bronze framework. Copper tube every time. Alright. I don't think we have anything else to do in the city. I don't think there's anything in Ironforge either, but let's just check and see if there are any quests we can pick up. Yeah, see, I'm not sure where some of these lead to. Knowledge in the Deeps, I know we don't need. Some of this stuff, I'm not sure, maybe. Maybe I'll look that up in between episodes. And now I gotta figure out where I want to go next. We can go back to the wetlands. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. We can take on the excavation site. Defend creepers. Some other stuff. Red Ridge. I don't know. Maybe we should do Red Ridge instead. And some of this stuff is a little bit less. Has a little bit less time left over before it turns gray. What else can we do? We can do like one thing in the Stone Town Mountains. Well, we can do Reclaiming the Charred Vale, I guess. And then not a whole lot in Ashenvale. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Red Ridge makes the most sense. Although there might not be too much to do there. There are a lot of quest markers, but those are pretty deceiving since some of those involve elite quests that we're definitely not going to do anything about.
Hi.
But here's our quest to turn in at the Deepwater Tavern.
Safe travels.
Search the wreckage of the Flying Osprey in the wetlands. Cool.
See you soon.
I know where that is, I think. Oh, it's actually over in this direction. Okay. Is an additional thing we can do at least. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and check that out real quick since it's so close. I believe there are a bunch of murlocs kind of hanging around this boat. Looks like they might be dead. Somebody was here very recently. Gather 5 Lightforge Ignites and bring them back to Glorn Steel Brow. Okay, they come from the murlocs that are close by. I suppose we can give these guys a shot. You know what? On second thought, they have nets. That's not cool. They're a little bit too close for my liking, too. That's a quest we'll hold on to, but we'll take care of it at a future time. Let's see. All right. I think with that being said, I think we're going to end it for today. We did a lot better on time than I would have initially anticipated in Duskwood. Ravenhill Cemetery can take quite a long time to get through, even the initial quests. Not just like the Plague Spreaders and the stuff that you take on, you know, further down the quest chains. With that being said, I think we'll try out Red Ridge in the next episode. Our Hearthstone is set to Manethil Harbor, which will be our next destination anyway. We're definitely going to have to take on the wetlands next. It makes the most sense. It's the only zone that we have left besides Red Ridge that has green quests for us to complete. So, more and more wetlands. I'm not like a super big fan of the wetlands, but I can't deny that it has a ton of quests to do. So, all right, guys. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the Red Ridge Mountains. Take care.